we have over 700 creatives. So we will do the matchmaking for you. You don't have to go out, do the HR, find designers, look at their portfolios. It's not always just working with one person. You have a whole team that's basically working with you.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the High Level Spotlight Sessions, where we showcase awesome marketers doing awesome marketing. Today, I am joined by Anja Mertl. She is the Senior Account Director of Design Pickle, which is a leading subscription workforce for anything creative. Anja, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Chase.
I hope I got close on your last name that time.
That is very close. Yes, you can just say Anja. That's totally fine.
Awesome. Well, I'm super excited when we got put in contact. I can't remember how we kind of got put in contact, but Design Pickle, I feel like, is a pretty big name in the industry. I remember it from years ago. And when I popped into my mind, I was like, oh, Design Pickle. I haven't checked them out in a while. They're like a Fiverr for design, right? And then I went to the website and I was like, wow, these guys have really evolved over the years. And so I was excited to connect with you because I feel like the services that you're providing could be super beneficial for our community of agency owners, especially younger agency owners, agency entrepreneurs who are just starting to think about building teams. So talk to me about that. At some point, did you guys make a conscious decision of, hey, we need to sort of shift our direction here?
Yeah, and so thanks for the introduction. Yeah, I mean, we started out 2015. We started with graphic design, and it's flat rate graphic design, founded by Russ Perry. We are headquartered in Scottsdale, Arizona, and it turned into a global subscription workforce. We offer anything from graphic design to custom illustration, presentation design, and we'll be launching motion graphics next month. And basically, the goal is to provide a creative enablement platform for businesses to have a centralized brand management, a centralized user management. We work with lots of agencies, and agencies love to work with us because we are able to basically save them time and money by having the creative production all centralized and having it easy to manage the brand assets and easy to manage the users on the account.
So walk me through that, because correct me if I'm wrong. In the early days, it was more one-off work, right? Hey, I need a logo designed. I can go to Design Pickle and just have a logo designed. But you can't do that now, right? Now you're signing up for a subscription service. Is that correct?
We were a subscription from the beginning, but we tested out like single requests and we tested things out. But what we found is that you need graphics all the time, and having a designer on retainer that is not like a 40-hour full-time design, you know what I mean? Like it's really helpful for agencies and for entrepreneurs and businesses. And so yeah, it's still flat rate, where it's basically you have the designer on retainer and you can get all different kinds of graphics delivered to you. And yeah, so that's how we evolved basically from where we started.
I mean, it's a pretty interesting offer, because as somebody who has run an agency before and hired creatives, it's a real challenge, right? Because you quickly realize, shoot, we need some graphics done and we need better quality of work than what we're producing in-house. But it's like, man, do we really have enough of that work to hire somebody full-time? And what do we do, in the lulls with this person? Are we going to be able to, and then you try to like have them do some other stuff that they don't really want to do to keep them busy. And that's not really a good idea. So I think it makes sense, a lot of sense, in that you guys have gone and found great creatives and then they just sort of bounce between accounts. Now, how does it work as far as how many tasks I can throw at my account in Design Pickle?
Yeah, and that's a really good point. I mean, we work with lots of businesses that are like, we are either going into the hiring an agency or going with a freelancer because we can't afford it and we don't have that much work. What we find is like we fit like right in the middle, because basically we offer same-day turnaround time for most requests, which is something like if you work with an agency, like things can take a longer time, or things get really expensive, right? And then basically how it works is that it's unlimited requests. So you can basically add as many requests as you want. Based on the plan that we have, you have a certain amount of designs that you will get per month. And we also offer unlimited revisions on those requests. The great thing about this is just pretty flexible, like having basically not being bottlenecked of like, all right, every extra revision costs an extra amount of money, or we need to wait a week or two to get our designs back. It's just a little more streamlined and simplified. And that's what we are going for.
Nice. So one thing that I saw on the website, which I thought was pretty cool, is this section about, it says, stay in your workflows, apps, and tools. Collaborate with designers in real time on Slack. So you guys actually give Slack access to the designers that are working on your projects?
Yeah, so with our Pro plan, is our like bestseller. We basically give our customers the option to chat message with your designer. We set everything up for you. So basically you have the dashboard to submit requests, but then for real-time collaboration, you can talk to the designer via Slack. And we also offer Zapier integration. So any type of like software that you're using, like any like project management software, I'll say like I name some of the popular ones like Asana or Trello. We can basically set up automations to automate the request process. So you don't even need to leave your project management softwares in order to collaborate with the designer.
That was the next thing I was going to point out. So it says use Zapier to sync your existing workflow into Design Pickle, which is pretty interesting. I mean, that's pretty cool. How long have you guys been doing that? Has it been going well?
Well, we've been doing this for a couple of years now. I would say like we're really refining it right now. And like as we work with our agency partners, they just love that because you have so many softwares that you're working in. You have so many like dashboards and websites, and especially everybody like working remotely right now. You just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page and like not using so many software. So for us, being able to sync those project management software with our dashboard and creating smart working workflows is just really helping our customers being very like smart working and efficient.
And let me ask you a question that's kind of a tough one, maybe, but
Okay.
I've been in scenarios where I've ordered work like this. And let's say I've gone through a couple of revisions and I'm like, this just isn't working. Can I request can I get a different designer to work on my stuff?
And that's a valid question. I mean, that's something that customers ask me quite a few times. And I say like, we have over 700 creatives. So we will do the matchmaking for you. You don't have to go out, do the HR, find designers, look at their portfolio, like we match you with the designer. And then, if it's not the right match, you can just get back to us and say like, not the right match maybe, or I just need a couple more different versions of the design because I don't really know how to say what I'm looking for, but I have it in my mind. So, we can work with that. And that's actually something our designers are great professionals, like they can work with that and just provide you different variations of the design until we find like the right design work.
So do you always work with the same designer per account or does it rotate?
Yeah, so depending on the plan, we have two different plans. We have a basic plan, we have a pro plan. Based on the plan, you either work with a team of designers or your own designated designer. The thing is that all of our designers work in teams, and we also have an internal quality review, which is like something that is just really good that when you send it to us, our internal quality review team just like looks over design work, makes sure it's on brand and sends it back to you. So it's not always just like working with one person. You have a whole team that's basically working with you.
Well, that's cool. So you mentioned that you guys are moving into video, which I think is super smart. Talk to me about this. Obviously, video across the boards exploded, especially through the pandemic with everybody being, in Zoom and getting more comfortable with video. What is Design Pickle's vision of what you guys are going to offer and how you're going to be able to support video needs?
Yeah, as you mentioned, like, everything is digital, right? And especially like looking on Instagram, Facebook, motion graphics and videos are just so much more important now than just static graphics. And with Graphic Design Pro, we already offer GIF animations, but motion graphics is a really exciting new product. We will launch in about a month. We actually have a wait list on already, and you can sign up for it on our website. But it's going to be like, motion graphics, animations that can be used for your website, for social media, can be used to enhance your presentations. And I think it's a pretty exciting new product that we will launch very soon.
That's pretty cool. I want to ask you a side question. There's a funny video on the website. So the slogan for Design Pickle, or one of them, which I think is pretty cool, is "Fix your creative bottleneck guaranteed." And there's a video of a bunch of people in pickle suits smashing a bottle of pickles with a baseball bat. Are you in that video?
Unfortunately, I'm not in that video. I'm not in Scottsdale, but we are a pretty creative bunch. Our marketing team always comes up with some very creative ideas. And yes, I do have a pickle suit, and yes, I do wear my pickle suit occasionally. So pickles, it's like that's a theme, and like every employee that gets a pickle when they start, and like our customers get that pickle swag. So we have some fun, and that's the thing. Like, creativity is not just about designs and getting that done. It's very cut and dry. We just love to come up with funny ideas, and like, we all need some fun in our lives. So
I think it's pretty cool, and it reflects pretty well on the brand. Is there a deeper story of the pickle? Do you know the origin story of the brand?
I do. I would say if you really want to read it, go to our website. But our founder, Russ Perry, he actually drew the pickle, our logo. And he always says, everybody's like, this logo is really like, it's not that great and like creative or like a high level design. And he always says like, well, I have a graphic design company because like graphic design is not my forte. And that's exactly what it is. Like, you do not need to know everything. You just need to have a really good creative partner. So
That's pretty funny. Well, Anja, thanks so much for coming on. I mean, this has been pretty cool, especially for me. I had a bunch of misconceptions about Design Pickle. And I think, again, that a lot of our community could probably benefit from having high-level creatives on demand, but not having to support a salary. I mean, give us an idea. I think you have two plans, right? What is the pricing of those, just to put it in perspective?
yeah, so we have two plans. And just to give you like an overview, like, we did some comparison on like money wise. Marketing agencies, they can cut creative costs by around $30,000 dollars a year. So our highest tier costs around 10,000 for the year. We have monthly plans, we have multi-month plans. We would love to give our viewers and listeners today some kind of like an discounted rate for the first month to give it a try and see what the pickle is all about. We always say test the pickle to see how things work. And we also offer a 30-day money back guarantee because we understand it's a different way of working with a creative team. And we want to make sure it's a good fit on both ends. So you can try us out totally risk-free and love us or get a full refund.
I mean, it's a pretty good offer. And so 10,000 a year, that's less than $1,000 a month. You're not going to be able to hire a full-time graphic designer for under 10,000 a year, most likely. And so I think that there's a lot of value there. And I think it's really interesting the way that you guys have sort of shifted the focus into working, not forcing people to work inside of your system, but being flexible enough to tap into other people's workflows wherever they're managing their projects currently. I think that's really cool, especially to have access to the designer in Slack, because I feel like anybody who's tested out ordering creative services before, a lot of times you get something back and you're like, oh man, like they totally missed the mark on that, but I'm going to submit my request and I'm not going to hear back again until tomorrow. And you know what I mean? I just can't wait that long. So being able to Slack with people, I feel like it's pretty unique and pretty awesome. Are most of the creatives in the US time zone, or how do you guys deal with that?
Yeah, it's a really good point because like meeting clients' expectations, like I come from an agency background, right? You always have this like sometimes unrealistic turnaround times and you need to get something done yesterday. And like, we have designers in all different time zones. So we can cater to US time zones, Eastern Pacific. We have lots of customers. You have your UK time zone. We have an Australia time zone. So we can basically work in your time zone and then have those like same day turnaround times, which is just like in an agency world, same day turnaround time where you have a little buffer before you have to deliver to a customer can be crucial for your success.
That's cool. So you're going to get matched up with someone in your time zone.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, being able to Slack with them, you could realistically get a lot of times it's just something really simple and stupid, right? And it's like, I
Right.
have to wait 24 hours to get this back. That's killing me. So I think that's pretty cool. Anja, you had mentioned before we started recording that in addition to a 30-day free trial, hey guys, quick clarification. I said 30-day free trial. It's actually a 30-day money back guarantee. But if you do hop on a strategy session with Anja, she's going to offer you 30% off your first month. So quick clarification, back to the interview. That you would actually be willing to jump on the phone with members of our community if they were interested in talking sort of strategy to see if Design Pickle would be a good fit.
Mm-hmm.
Are you really committing to that?
Well, yeah, no, I'm definitely. So I always understand like, trying things out and it's a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. So you can basically try it out for 30 days. And I would love to do a discovery session, right? Set up some time and I can show you some kind of like how it would plug in into your workflows. I know every agency has their own workflows, but as I said, we seamlessly like it's a plug and play type of like a situation. So I would love to give a complimentary consultation call. We will also add my link to this post, and you can just book it in there, and then we can chat and connect.
All right, definitely. We'll get that linked up. And if you guys want, you can hop on our calendar and chat about what they've got going on over there. I'm pretty excited to see what you guys are going to do with motion graphics. That's it's pretty hard to find great people in motion graphics and they're pretty expensive. So if you guys can pull that off, that's probably going to be a real hit.
Hey, we'll get you a free motion graphics design. I promise you that.
Well, Anja, thanks so much for coming on to chat with us.
Thank you very much. It was great.
Thanks everybody for watching. We will see you in the next one.